My name is David Reed. I'm with Nicole Rodriguez-Galdo,
Hello?
Evie Cahill,
Hello.
and you're watching a lot of gasoline getting blown up in
And a
48
lot of
hours.
this footage
Yes.
gets
Yes.
used up in the intros to come
Yes.
It
because it's
does,
so good.
yeah. So apparently this episode was originally entitled Tilk Interrupted.
Yeah.
And a Redditor called it the one where Tilk takes a nap after getting his revenge. He'd sleep very soundly, I'd think, as well.
He didn't really get the sleep. He
I
was
don't
just
know
a bit
if
on the other
anything.
side. He was
Yeah,
exhausted.
he was kind of out of
Exactly.
it.
Yeah. So Tilk is using the staff cannon that he salvaged
Yep.
from the destroyed Death Glider in The Fifth Man. And we also see an alternate Tilk with the same weapon in Ripple Effect.
Yep.
Damn right we do. They were a
Yeah.
sexy team.
Oh, here we go.
And we're seeing the Elkesh
So
mid-range
my
bomber in
friend
action again.
Jordan messaged. We were watching this in sync, and then he literally starts it, and then because he was looking down at his phone to text me, he looks up and goes, "Wait, did Tanith just die?" And I missed it, and I was like, "Yes, he did."
Yeah.
It is a
Yes, he
blink and
did.
you miss it thing.
It's so stupid.
So Tanith was
Bye.
actually CGI generated, I believe, in
Yes,
this
he
scene.
was. Yeah.
He was supposed to have a big fight with Tilk, but Peter Wingfield couldn't make
Yeah,
it.
he wasn't available.
So Tanith had like a very unremarkable exit.
Yep.
And I think he's the 8th Gwawul defeated by SG1.
Wow.
Woo
Okay.
woo. Also, Lockwatcher said from commentary, burned a lot of diesel fuel in this one, which is what David just said. Look at you
Yes.
making faces, you cutie.
This is the first episode where I think we see a Stargate severed like that. And, the later episodes, they survive nukes. So,
That's true. Yeah.
that Alkesh
well,
must have been packing something. So.
It must have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, obviously, as we've just said before, this episode does introduce David Hewlett as Dr. McKay. So this is his first of 7 appearances in SG1, and he'll captivate us again in 99 episodes of Atlantis. And beyond
Damn right.
Stargate, he's
Technically
appeared
100.
in hits like The Cabinet of Curiosities and The Shape of Water. And off screen, David does champion education through his Tech Bandits platform, inspiring kids in STEM fields. And he also was behind, I think, an AI-powered head tracking mouse developed with Google in 23, and he contributes to educational initiatives at the University of Toronto. So in
Like
short,
such
he's just
a
an
dreamboat.
incredibly remarkable human.
What a guy.
He's a great guy.
And this episode does also feature returning characters like Mayborn, Major Davis, Adrian Conrad,
Simmons.
Chekhov, and Simmons.
Beautiful lips. I was going to say the beautiful lips. Can't forget him.
Yes. So apparently, and I couldn't actually verify this, but apparently sound clips from this episode were or are featured on Soma FM's Secret Agent music channel. But yeah, like I said, I couldn't verify
From
that.
what part of it?
I don't know. It must be like introductions or something,
Interesting.
like at the start of the program. Also, like Carter just requested a Malp, but shouldn't there already have been one on the planet?
I
Like
would think
sent ahead
so.
of the team to
Yeah.
scout?
Maybe it was done a few days ago.
Yeah, maybe. Also, you might have noticed as well that despite the SGC using the Beta Stargate from Antarctica, the point of origin symbol at
It's
the
still
start of
there.
this
Always
scene
It
annoys
always
me.
is,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
still
I
there,
just
yeah.
posted on Twitter a couple of weeks ago. Someone had edited in the Beta
correct
Gate.
symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
cool.
a,
I missed
for
that.
a-
I'll have to look back.
For episode intros for the time period that it was using that
Love it.
that Stargate.
Oh,
I want to thank that
awesome.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, abort before you delete Teal'c.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't be able to connect, so would they delete Teal'c?
Ooh.
I think the whole point is that once the wormhole... No, I think the wormhole can engage, and by that stage, it, like, erases the buffer.
Yeah, but it's not going
But
to...
isn't
they're not
the
going
gate
to a
on the other
planet
side
that
gone?
doesn't exist anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
See?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
These
I
little
see what you mean.
details. Yeah. Once
Yeah.
the wormhole
Yeah.
connects, then yeah, he's gone. So
Yeah. But I think maybe this just raised a point of just like any further times they try and gate, they shouldn't gate. So that's pretty cool.
Mm.
I'm just thinking about like how McKay is the worst in this episode, right? But then when we see him
Yes,
in
he
season
is.
6, he's actually become kind of charming. Like he's kind of a less of a douche.
Yes.
And even Sam kind of
yes.
flirts with him a bit, and then she like makes a bunch
She
of jokes
does.
about, and I'm like, oh, like even I was kind of into it, but not really, but sort of, you know, you can have fun. It's okay. She doesn't have to just be with Jack all the time.
Well, she does marry him in an alternate
Sure
reality.
does.
Damn
so...
right.
but
made
then
me
also
really happy.
divorces him. So
Yeah. I
so,
did no, go
yeah,
go
you
ahead.
go.
No,
No, you go.
No, you go.
You're probably more on point. I wasn't.
No,
on
I'm
point,
not. You're
so-
more on point. Go for it.
Oh my god. So I was just going to say that Tilk's incident is slightly but crucially different from SG1's intentional action in Red Sky with the Maclarium. So their Carter disrupted the wormhole early, making the payload turn into basic elements in the sun. But for Tilk, his energy fully reached Earth's Stargate but didn't form into his physical self. So it kind of like all comes down to timing, like mere
Very
fractions of a
funny
second.
that can be so, you know, troubling.
Yes.
How was that not on point? You're very on point, Evie.
It was on point, but not from what you were discussing.
It's fine. It's the episode.
So she's establishing here that if we don't block other teams coming through,
Tilk's
she's
gonna get deleted.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Awful. Yeah. Oh, she's gonna put the iris slightly closer, isn't she? To
Yeah.
stop it. As if like sealing the gate. Spicy. Put that in the trivia, David.
Absolutely.
It's funny when I have to think about questions and my brain's like just short circuits. But when I'm watching the episodes, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great one.
I'm the same. I've actually been trying to write them down as they come to my
You.
head. Just for some future trivia episode, maybe.
You clever wench.
I'm trying to be organized.
I need to do that as well.
So the Russians are storing the Egyptian gate somewhere.
Yes, they are very cheeky.
Yeah.
So they just,
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen where this is being stored because all these teams get spat out in Russia.
Which I'm sure
That's
they
it.
loved. So I spoke to Jeff Golker about this, and I think I asked him what his favorite character was in Stargate when we were like discussing, and I think he said that like hands down, like you know, like with Atlantis, it's McKay. McKay is just the best. I think his other favorite was Jack. So Jack and McKay are his two favorites, and I was like 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
I'm not-
McKay's probably my favorite as
he's
well.
the integral
in
part of Atlantis. He makes
yeah,
the
I mean
funny,
he's frustrating,
he makes the stories.
but
Yes, he is
yeah,
frustrating, but that's why we love him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what he said. If I will correct myself in the comments later on if I was wrong, but definitely McKay's one of them. So
Kaufman in her Gate World review actually praised the director Peter West, giving special attention to this scene here with Sam and Jack in the control room. She actually highlighted how striking it was to see the reflection of the Stargate superimposed over the map in the control room.
Yep.
And we saw it just a second ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
The gate is a presence, and that's one of the things that I loved about, especially like look at Redemption Part 1. You know, you see during
So good.
Dreyok's funeral, you see the gate lit in the background. You know, even if it's out of focus, it always has a presence. And one of the things in Atlantis that I really resented was that there was no physical off-world Atlantis gate. It was CG'd
Yes.
in when it was needed. So there are these random moments that you never get to see the Stargate in a show that's called Stargate. You know,
Yeah,
The
that's true.
It
That's a
as
good
a
point.
character is never present except when you're in the Atlantis gate room.
Yeah.
I get you
So
some
just
coffee.
then,
He's
like
so
Jack's
cute.
Jack's silence, you could just sort of picture that like monkey clanging
That's what I
cymbals
was
together
thinking.
over Jack's head,
That's
like
literally
Homer.
what I was thinking.
I still argue whatever's going on in there is a cartoon.
Yeah.
It 100%.
It's like The
is.
Simpsons. It's like he's going to sing like The Simpsons, and he's singing the monkey with the slamming the things
Da-da-da-da-da.
together.
Hey.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
Hey. I do love that he was like, "Can I get you some coffee?" In Redemption, he's going to be like, you know, doesn't he offer like food or cake or something when they're talking in Redemption?
Always doing something.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's like, I can't help. Food?
Red Square.
Is that what it's called?
It's called Red Square. And I almost went because I got stuck in
Oh.
Moscow
Oh no.
years ago.
That sounds like a story.
It was.
I really want to like visit Russia, but I don't think right now is a really good idea.
Not right now.
Based
No,
on
it's
everything.
not. No.
One day.
Mm.
One day.
One day.
Ah, Colonel Chekhov.
I honestly, I love this guy. My guy, he is
Gary
so
Chalk, great human being.
excellent. Yeah.
Yes.
And when he talks in Russian, he apparently sounds like Stalin.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah, Teal'c.
I love Paul Davis and Daniel's
Oh,
They're
banter.
such a
They're
good team.
There's a great
Yes.
set.
I was gonna say, like,
small victories, excellent.
yeah, they do really have an awesome dynamic. And the actors do play the roles really well in their scenes together. So someone on Reddit mentioned how the scenes in Russia here reflect the lingering Cold War mentality
that's
tough
correct.
to shake off for both the US Air Force and the Russian military.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about like America and Russia having beef. I remember just like watching Stargate and learning from
Mm,
this that there was ever an issue because I obviously hadn't
mm.
gotten to that part of school yet where they taught you that. So they didn't really teach us that either, actually. They taught us like, early Russia stuff, but not this.
Yeah, we'd learn about the Russian Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we never really heard about the Cold War. I'm assuming that's like an
No, nothing
American history
recent
thing.
though. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great scene.
Yeah.
They're
You
all.
got
He's just
quality
stuck.
5
He's not
minutes
going
sleep.
home. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna
he
stay
can't do
there.
anything
Yeah.
to help. He's just going to stay there to support, which is
Yeah.
what I love. Like he's always there to help
He's just
Sam
there
when
in
she's doing her
like
sciencey
physically
stuff.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that matters is that he's there. Oh, the way he touches him as well. Like he's like, "Hey, you okay?" It's cute.
Mm.
And no, he's not going to go home. His bestie's stuck in the gate. This show is
He's
like
not gonna rest.
the reason this is one of my
Mm.
favorite TV shows ever is that you can put all these people in a room with each other and other people, and the chemistry is always like firing off.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's because
Yeah.
they're good. They're good
They're
characters
such
and they're
good
well
characters and
acted,
good actors,
and
yeah.
they have great writers behind them. It's that damn Jaffa
Mhm.
revenge thing.
Yeah.
I love that he always gets like brought down with it. Like Teal'c always does something a little silly, like with Tanith.
Yeah.
Put things in the bin.
Guys, wait for it. Wait for it. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
It's
god! Oh my god! Oh my
coming.
god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's coming!
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there he is.
And we're about to have one of the greatest transitions in the entire show. The
Oh.
Yes.
smile of Amanda Tapping as Samantha Carter, connecting with another great
Yes.
scientist, and it's about to be completely wiped away when, more words come out of his mouth.
Not really.
More words come out
Right,
of his mouth.
and there it's
He's
gone.
such a
There it goes,
monster.
and it never comes
I
back.
know. It's
Not really.
funny. So I think like Rodney does have a bit of like a detached observer vibe. Like I'm
Yeah.
kind of reminded of Frasier's son Freddie in Frasier, who watches other kids play instead of joining in. So McKay probably sort of views this as like more objective because he's not personally involved with Tilk and hasn't experienced the gate or any off-world travel firsthand. So I
Yeah.
think he's like almost intimidated by Sam
Yes.
and feels like overshadowed by her direct experience with the gate compared to his own like theoretical knowledge. And I think in your interview with David Hewlett on Dial the Gate, David, you discussed whether McKay or Sam were smarter.
Yeah.
And the conclusion
McKay.
was that while McKay might have the edge intellectually, Sam excelled in interpersonal skills. And I think
Yes.
this distinction between intelligence and humanity is apparent even from this like very first meeting.
Look at them out there.
Yeah. And we don't technically find out, I think, McKay's first name until
Supposedly representing your country.
the Atlantis
Wow.
premiere Rising. And then later, obviously, in season 3, we find out his full name is Meredith Rodney.
Oh,
McKay.
Meredith McKay.
Oh, Rodney, he didn't get a first name until Atlantis?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting, okay.
It's not mentioned in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it remains a mystery until the
Okay.
Atlantis premiere Rising.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So I think that McKay is smarter than Sam, but only in Atlantis, almost every single episode is McKay having to fix some sort of problem. While in SG1,
Yeah, that's true.
there's a good balance of Sam, Jack, Daniel, and Teal'c themed episodes. So Sam's not always stretching those muscles, and she's not always just
Maybe.
science. She's also military. She's also
Mhm.
family.
Well, I
She's
think
doing
that's
everything.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think her character's just
Just
I
too
don't know.
many
I don't
good
know if
things.
well-rounded is right, but Yeah, I think the fact that she is having to sort of split her focus between
Yeah.
science and the military does help.
Well, McKay does not ever split his focus, and he's
No, he
arrogant,
doesn't.
and he won't stop till he's accomplished his goal, and that's
Yeah.
why you just get to see it more. You get to see him shine more in that
Yes.
one thing, which is why I say that he's the smarter one in that one aspect.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
Chekhov's point here that their gate does not have a working. I don't think it has a working iris right now.
Yeah.
No,
So-
it doesn't. So yeah, they're opening them up, like
Yeah.
themselves up to like a potentially a world of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. While it remains unburied, so to speak. So
Oh, this scene.
Here we go. This is such a good episode.
this is great. I love the chase around the truck.
I didn't shoot you, Jack.
So gonna kick your ass. I don't care. People's watching.
I trusted you. Oh,
You might.
So good. Simmons. I love these people being like, what the F is going on?
I don't know. They all look pretty casual to me.
Well, there are a couple of people in there being like, huh? Yeah, that's fair. God, you're just so... Oh, I love him. I want to give him a big hug.
Hmm.
The warning
And I want to give him a guango.
Give him a hug and a guango.
Yeah, he deserves it.
You know, there's a ton of civilians around right now.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think anyone's standing close enough.
And with Cassidy.
David or Sean.
Butch.
Also,
Kid.
the accent
universe.
in aren't actually in Colorado. Apparently, it's a Canadian chain.
I love how he turned around there right there. We talked about it when we were with him
Yeah.
in person, you know, because he's like, I'm going to come right at him and say, do you really believe that I did what they're suggesting? No, he doesn't.
No. He's like, honestly, my favorite bad guy. He's so complex.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
my other
speaking of
favorite bad guy.
complex.
Hello.
Yes, because
Yeah,
you
you
have
did.
no interpersonal skills.
Yeah, he's going to call her a dumb blonde in 5 minutes, which made me mad. I
Yep.
hated it.
I
didn't want to
know,
watch
it's
Atlantis.
awful.
I hadn't seen season 6. I knew it was in Atlantis and I refused to watch it.
Yeah.
And then
And it's
suddenly
also
I was
the,
in love.
Yeah, but then also like, oh, I don't know. He does that little bum pinch in Mobius, which I didn't like either.
Yeah, I hate that.
He like puts his hand on her bum.
I feel like Atlantis really put him straight. Like he like learned how
I
to be
love
less
him in
of the
Atlantis.
Well,
world.
you
I
see
really
all
love
angles
him.
of him. So
Yeah.
you understand him more.
Yeah.
So wow, it ignores half of the signals that the
Yeah.
Stargate generates.
Mhm.
The thing is, McKay's not entirely wrong.
He's not.
Like,
No, he's not. But
that's
he's
the
he's
thing.
just been very blunt about
That's
how
the
he
problem is
delivers the
it-
message.
He doesn't care about being nice. He just cares about getting it done.
Yeah,
And she's
It is
also
kind of
correct.
annoying.
She presents the
Yeah,
risk.
she
She
is.
doesn't decide.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
he kind of I guess lacks perspective in a way.
That's the thing, yeah. But Atlantis
yeah.
teaches him perspective. Right now, he doesn't have it. Because he's also put the one that put the ticking timer on Teal'c. He's the
He
one who
has,
said that
exactly.
that like essentially he's come in and given Teal'c a death sentence, which pisses me off because
Yeah.
I love Teal'c and like screw McKay, but like I love McKay. So
Mhm.
So they're
right now,
talking about the DHD, and the number one question that I saw asked online about this episode
back
was
Alaska.
related to the
Alaska.
location. Was related to the location of the DHD in Solitudes
Yes.
that was used by the rogue NID in Touchstone.
It was one of the
I
oldest in
believe
the
we don't
network,
get-
and it died.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
get this answer until like the next season, in Frozen, I believe, when Carter like has to mention that
Mhm.
the gate dying was like the gate died shortly after it was brought back to Area
DHD?
51. So
Yeah.
sorry, gate. Yeah, the DHD. So I think it would have been helpful, I think, if they addressed this concern a little bit earlier,
Yep.
like maybe in this episode, but it's fine.
Do I have a choice? Jeez.
God, I hate you. I hate you so much. You beautiful man.
Yeah, he's about to utter some very menacing threats through those
Yeah.
very beautiful lips.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, it makes me so angry. I don't know what's going on in season 5, but like, Nicole's brain is like so. I don't know what kind of hormones are going through me right now, but everyone is beautiful. So,
Uh-oh, here we go. I have Adrian Conrad.
how'd you get that? Yeah,
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
important.
He's just
Where are you
basically
hiding
just admitted it.
him? The guy's so disgusting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ugh. Shut up. Mm.
Dude is a bad guy.
They should
Yeah.
all just start carrying recording devices in their pocket.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is his office
Like
bugged?
when the slimy guy
No.
walks in, bug yourself.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, luckily they have Mayborn, who's like gonna do some stuff. So
The look
we've got
of
our own
Jack.
slimy guy. Are you still on that beer and mustard diet?
Does he bring it up?
No,
I don't
Oh,
think he does.
yeah.
I'm bringing it up.
But at least
though.
he's like using a satellite uplink now or something where they can't track him.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like bouncing off a few different servers or something, I think he says. So they'd be dizzy chasing him around for a month.
Ian said I had to censor at least 3 jokes while Nicole was talking about McKay. Then here comes Mr. Sexy Lips. I'm censoring myself. Don't worry, Ian. Yeah, what did he ask for?
A hand device.
Oh, spicy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you know? This is the thing that I love is that Simmons thinks he's got these guys by the testes, but like
Yes.
they got this slimy guy in their pocket who's becoming less and less slimy. So it's
Yeah.
excellent.
Wait, I love Davis getting mad.
Mm-hmm. He gets
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're being pretty nice.
Yeah, he's usually like his temper is usually like pretty moderate, but yeah, he gets really passionate here, which I love.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm on his side right now.
Yeah, but I mean, we've been dangling them for a while now. We at least need to give them a team. Give them a
we need to
unit.
give them something.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
they
they're
can't
making
expect
demands because
yeah,
of
well,
this.
yeah, they can't expect to get so much for nothing.
I mean,
Yeah.
they understand that we're giving them all the information that comes through, but they have no way of knowing that for sure, and I don't blame
Exactly,
them.
they want someone in there.
So,
I
yeah.
agree. If the roles were reversed, like America would want the same thing.
Yeah,
so.
if Russia, Vladimir Putin's Russia, has a Stargate program, and it was revealed that they're
we
communicating
beefing.
with aliens
We are
Yeah.
beefing.
and building alliances, God
World War
knows.
III.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And there is actually a moment in season 8 where they go to almost World War III, which is a really terrifying concept. So
Yep.
yeah, I love that. I love that Daniel's
put it on
like,
the table.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
It does.
Do we need to give you back Alaska?
Yeah.
Gary does great in this role.
He does.
Yeah. Let Daniel do the talking. Mm,
He's not wrong.
dear, oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they aren't sharing the technological information that they obtain yet.
I really hope
Yeah.
that if aliens ever do come to like kick our butts, that we do all like, team up every
Come
country
together.
really,
Yeah.
really politely, and we don't do this.
Like
What?
an Independence Day.
Yes. Yes.
Be nice.
I think a lot of us would have to be wiped out before that actually happened. Then we'd probably
Yeah, which is
start
quite
a
sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So.
very sad.
legitimate organization.
So I couldn't find this, but I saw somewhere that apparently the HTML code for this website is entitled "So You Want to Be a Hacker," but I couldn't get a clear enough look on it. So
Is it coming up?
No, I think it was on there
Oh,
before,
okay.
like when he was looking at the website and the
Okay.
camera came in from behind. There is a spelling mistake
Yeah.
coming up.
Oh,
So in
sure.
a few
That happens a
seconds, you'll
lot.
notice the NID flight data that Mayborn shows Jack misspells Dakota as Dakota with a D,
Yep.
D-A. And the spelling is correct for the second flight listed though. So I don't know. It looks like it was deliberately done.
Look at his
He's
face.
so smug. I love it.
See,
It sure is,
Dakota
Miss.
and then
Yeah.
Dakota.
Yeah.
Urias Tosh said cats would be seen by aliens as the rulers of Earth, judging by human-cat relations. I agree.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, including my house.
Oh, Blue Jelly,
So
second episode in a
There
row.
we go.
yes. I was gonna say, so Rodney grabs a slice of cheesecake,
Yep.
which typically contains lemon or another form of citrus. So apparently, this whole citrus thing is an inside joke among the producers of Stargate about a crew member who claimed to have a violent citrus allergy, but unknowingly ate it regularly from a local restaurant without issue.
Mhm. There was a whole sub fandom thing going on with this guy for years. That he was technically that he was quietly in love with Sam, you know,
And he just hates
yeah,
McKay.
yeah.
Oh,
So
So,
slimy.
are those potatoes? What are those? I guess
I
mashed
don't
potatoes.
know.
Yeah.
it might be potato.
What is it he
Damn, I really want a
got?
cheesecake.
Is it
Some
like a
sort of
stew?
Curry. It looks like a
Yeah,
curry.
some sort of stew or a curry, yeah.
Like, to me, that looks like mashed potato, curry,
Yeah.
and like the only thing missing there is rice.
Hey, a little bit of a smile out of him. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, this is the thing: is that if he was less of a douche, these two have actually like amazing chemistry.
They really do. Yeah. And they can put aside their weirdness and
Season
come up with
6,
some amazing.
I've never
answers.
Yeah.
wanted anybody that isn't Sam and Jack to smash so hard. So
Okay then.
God, look at this. They're having such a good like science to science brain.
Yeah, this is a good conversation on a technical
not
level.
kind of like he is very condescending.
He is, but they're like they're really like grinding each other's gears, and I'm like, I'm into it.
Mm.
I read a Raylo fan fiction series by like this author who like started out doing that, and all her books are about two scientific minded people arguing and bickering, and I'm like, oh yes, McKay and Sam. So
He's just going to town on this.
He
Yeah.
is listening to her,
Yeah.
but
oh, jeez,
you think.
I love him. Mm.
Yeah, but the DHD may be able to supply that.
Yeah.
Mm.
A blob of teal'c.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that was it. What was that movie that he did? Was it Flubber? The thing that may he rest in peace did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robin
What was his name?
Williams.
That's it, Robin Williams.
Oh, now we know that they've got the 48 hours from him.
Yes.
Deadline.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh. Yeah. He's,
So I understand that there was like a similar question about the lifespan of disassembled atoms in a transporter beam
Dumb
in Star
blobs.
Trek.
Yep. Yes, the
So it
pattern
took like
buffers
24
decay.
years.
The pattern buffers
Yep.
only last for a brief period. That's sexy, very sexy.
Right.
he just
But
goes
I
back
think,
to work.
I think Scotty was like he survived for like 75 years or
Because
something.
it was in the transporter was in a diagnostic loop. Wasn't that the same house that was used in Absolute Power?
Innkeeper? Oh, Absolute Power.
Oh, yes.
sure
yes,
looked
you
like
might be
it.
right.
Yeah, with the fence in front of it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Look at all these old monitors. Takes me
I
back.
know.
Safe house security monitoring system. Current active view.
So I was going to say before, Robert C. Cooper said that McKay was a standout character who
Yep.
popped on screen, which is
Damn
why
right
they
he
brought him
did.
back. And he described McKay as being unlikable, likable.
Yeah, he is.
Meaning that while viewers may not take him like him first, he becomes more endearing over time.
Yep.
And initially he sort of came up as a villain. McKay's layers are peeled back to reveal qualities that audience grow to appreciate. So
Yep.
I guess in essence, he's like an acquired taste, kind of like Lemon.
Kind of like me.
And Robert C. believes that giving a character unlikable traits adds depth and
Those are my favorite characters.
relatability.
Yep.
100%.
Rob
Also,
go ahead.
yeah, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that he was calling for the guards, and they all had names of members of the writing team. So there's Joe, Paul, and Peter.
Brilliant.
And we just had him on Dial the Gate.
You had
he
a great
was
talk with him.
fantastic.
Yes,
he was so thorough.
He's
I love
he
that-
is a handsome man. Like
He is.
I was like,
I saw him and I went, "Oh my god, you've aged beautifully."
Yeah.
Is what I thought.
know.
I never thought I'd be into Adrian Conrad, but damn, they're getting better as they get older.
Me too.
I really just love how like David is rewatching Stargate with us, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I just bring
It's
that person
inspiring.
Stargate."
Yeah, Robert Maloney.
Yeah, you brought Boren in
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
other day. It was excellent.
that boring
so-
guy.
That boring guy.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And some
Well,
of
it's
them are
good.
more
It's,
thorough
like,
than others,
relevant.
but I'm just so thankful that as many of them are wanting to contribute as possible. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to know as much as possible, and that we're still getting Stargate in all shapes and forms,
Mhm.
still to this day. So
Yep. There we go. Hey, what's up? Good to see you again.
you, but
You butt.
I don't want to say anything else. I was gonna say a bunch of bad words, and I said but.
You butt face.
Yeah, butt face. He doesn't actually have a butt face, though, so I can't call him that. Russia.
Russia, Russia, Russia.
Was that like CGI Russia, or was that like an
It's
actor?
stock footage.
The people,
Stock
yeah, I was
footage,
gonna
yeah.
say the people looked weird.
Yeah, it's
like
stock
they were
footage from
walking
Red
kind of
Square.
strange.
Yeah.
They were like they're hobbling about a little bit. Like,
Should we be
like
talking in
the
here?
old people. Yeah, like, Daniel's
that's
so cute.
funny. I'm sure they're
Yeah, it's
listening.
Yeah.
100%
I love the way he's like, the
bugged.
room is bugged. Yeah, get over it. We're gonna have this conversation.
Well, he's like, they already know what we're talking about, so
Yeah.
I see Davis's issue with this. You know,
Yes.
if we give them this technology, we don't know who they're working with because they
Yeah.
are working with countries who are against
Daniel's
our
point though
interests.
really gets to me,
Mhm.
whereas like he can blow,
Yeah.
blow us up 200 times instead of 100.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it
Mhm.
literally doesn't make a difference in the end.
Based on our agreement,
Yeah.
we do owe that to them.
Yeah, we're being slimy. Okay, well, it is though.
It's not that easy. Yeah, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, but they can
Yeah.
they can duplicate the tech and give it to someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, 200 times instead of 100 times. It's just
Mm.
same thing. Oh, see, I remember when I was a kid and I first heard this and I was like, what? We what? I couldn't fathom it that we're so petty. So,
Welcome to politics.
honestly,
Mhm.
makes me so angry.
A lot of people resent this aspect of the show. I love it.
Why?
Because it's not about it's not about going to other worlds and discovering something about our characters. It's about the internal machinations of the consequences to going to other planets.
No,
I think that
I
it's
think
a
it's necessary.
Yeah.
I got that in
It
stereo.
gives the program more balance.
Yep.
I think that this show, like these episodes, add so many layers to Stargate. Like Ronnie Cox
Mhm.
coming in and throwing a massive
Yep.
spanner in the works, and then
Mhm.
when Mayborn first turned up, throwing his spanner in the works. Like anytime these people come in, it's always adding an extra layer of, hey, we're doing our job, but also can we do our job properly?
Yeah, there's more
So-
spanners than a hardware store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dear oh dear.
He doesn't really care about the host.
No.
No. Exactly.
Yeah,
And he's
he-
about to reference Desperate Measures.
Yeah. This is the thing. It's like you value human life, but like, to a point. Adrian Conrad's a douche, so he doesn't mind him going.
So
Mhm.
he has confirmed that he does know something,
Yeah.
or he's implying that he does.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of Gould are just like really scientifically stupid. So having this Gould know stuff, I'm like, whoa.
That's why I really
Where'd you get
appreciate
brains?
Nirti. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's actually smart.
Yeah.
So many of them are just overdressed, pompous douches. I'm saying douche a
Yes.
lot because if I say it, I don't want to swear. So Yeah, I think Teal would rather we shoot you.
Hmm. Like what? Better accommodations?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just had an idea.
Or maybe the hand device.
Just had an idea. We don't need him after all.
Oh yeah, because the camera in the room, isn't
Because
it?
the camera,
Mhm,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, and we are not on digital files completely yet.
Add it to the
so-
trivia.
No.
Yeah.
Good old VHS.
Saw a really
What
depressing meme
I
the other
want to
day,
know,
being like,
what
"Did you
I
know the last time? When was the last time you watched a VHS tape? That might be the last time you ever do it." Sorry, carry on. You want to know what?
I
I
put
was gonna say, I want to know if the NID bothered to rewind the tape before selling it away, or do like Jack and Mayborn have to wait for it to
God.
rewind?
I bet they be kind rewind. Yeah.
Both. Yeah, yeah, but mainly you.
Teal'c being interrupted was the best thing that could have happened to the Russians.
Mm.
Yeah.
No,
Pretty convenient.
this is not going to work. We need it right
Yeah,
now.
we need it like literally today.
Yes, and they know that.
Fly back with us.
Oh, and by the
monitor it.
way, remember the events of the tomb?
Yeah, and most of them died.
Yeah.
He's got the
most of them
perfect
died in their own
response here. Yeah.
stupidity.
Good nod to Zhukov.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Zhukov was under secret orders, as was
He
everyone
sure
else.
was. That
So
and that's
why
what
they
killed
died.
them.
Yeah. So it's not America's fault, guys. It's your own inability to let things go. Everyone needs to just chill and just, let it go. Just chill out. I had to, it was there.
And it's about to go boom.
Yes.
I bet SG2 feels really bad. Like they're like, oh no.
Yeah, they would.
I bet Walter's at the gate right now going, oh my
Basically
god, I'm about
signing
to
his
kill Teal'c.
death warrant. Yeah.
Yeah. I would not want to be pushing the buttons, Honestly, on this kind of day, I'd want that kind of thing. What is it? What country is it that does the thing with the 3 buttons when you take someone out so that you don't know who did it?
Oh, it's yeah.
Yeah.
I love
want
how
that.
Hammond is just like, if I'm willing to resign. If I resign, will that get you the time that you need?
Oh,
And-
what a guy.
yeah.
What a goddamn
Yeah.
hero.
Yeah.
Godspeed, guys. Quoting Hammond. That's the first time I ever heard Godspeed was said.
Mm. So
Oh,
if you watch carefully, there's a continuity error where the first chevron lock is heard while Sam is in the briefing room, and then 6 seconds later we see and hear the first chevron lock again.
Ah.
Ah.
Well, be my guest.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, we're about to see, I believe it's Tracy Westerholm, who plays this SF
Yes.
here. So this actually is her 9th appearance out of 10 in Stargate.
Was
Wow.
she
She
one of
in
the hot
Hathor?
ladies
She
in
was in
Hathor?
every
Hathor.
season
Yeah.
so
We both-
far.
we both
Yeah,
recognized her from
every
Hathor.
season so far. So I understand that maybe she was Amanda Tapping's stand-in sometimes. Plus, she actually shared the screen with RDA in a 1989 episode of MacGyver.
Well, there
Aw.
we go. Abort the dialing sequence. Here we go.
I will say the reason I recognize her so much is because I remember growing up and when I saw the episode of Hathor, I remember looking at her and going, "She is beautiful," and being like, "I want to look like her when I grow up." Was what I thought.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sadly, it didn't work out that way. But I could still
You
dream.
are stunning in a different way.
Hush
There we
now, this is
go.
not what I'm looking for. So are you.
Boom.
Those chairs weren't in there a minute ago when Jack went
No,
in.
they
were
bring
they?
him in when they're sitting and doing their thing. Yeah.
That's hilarious that Simmons is like, right, I want nice furniture while I do this.
And Rodney could have a point.
He does.
Mm.
But he does this on Atlantis all the time. He argues the point and then does the stupid thing anyway, and it always works. So. So are you. Just wait till you use the explosion of a volcano to jump into the atmosphere of a planet.
So in a Reddit thread about this episode, fans were debating when McKay stopped being an ass. And one person suggested he sorted himself out during his Russian stint. And somebody else
Agreed.
Somebody now said, in Russia, stinting sorts you.
Yeah, also the food. He's complaining about the
Yeah.
food in Russia.
See, I don't see any beef with Russian food because
Neither do I.
I love this line right here. This really sucks the way he says it. This is great.
Yeah. It's emotional.
He's running. He's like, no, I've got to go talk to my superiors. This is bull.
Oh gosh, that's so funny.
I feel
Exit
like
Rodney.
Jack's like, I haven't really spoken to this guy. He's like, he really is the worst.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when he
I'm
comes
sad.
back into Redemption, well, hello, Major. Oh man.
Oh, it's so good. My favorite thing is when they're talking about like when which direction the device should be pointing at, and she's making fun of him, and he's like,
At the gate?
You're good. You're good.
At
Very
the
good.
gate, yes.
Their flirting is actually very cute.
Yep.
So you'll notice as well when Tilt comes through the gate again, his laces are untied. So yeah, they must have been like scrambled in transit, I
This
guess.
could have been.
Yeah.
Ian said half a solar system. So a thing about the McKay thing, isn't
Yes.
it? I don't remember actually the amount, but
it's 5/8.
But is it 5/8 or something? Yeah.
It's an odd fraction.
Someone says like a quarter, and he goes 5/8 actually, which is worse. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah, it's not an exact science.
I'm so bad with fractions.
5/6.
Yeah.
Awful.
Here we go. And it's not exactly its puddle. It's a puddle. It's kind of a puddle.
It's kind
It's
of like
kind
the
of
puddle
like a-
Daniel
Yeah.
goes through,
Like a ghost
when he
of a
dies.
puddle.
Yeah, like an
Yeah.
ancient ascended puddle.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, look, that's
Yeah,
what
it is
Daniel
like
goes
these,
through.
yeah. Yes,
kind
you're
of, very
right.
much so.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like everyone's always like covering their eyes during bright scenes, but Amanda has these big, beautiful blue eyes where I feel like she can just look into the sun and she'll be fine.
Yep.
She like never squints when stuff shines in her eyes.
So I'm glad that Tilka's like reintegrated by the gate in one piece.
Yeah, I
it
hope
always
he doesn't lose
reminds me
anyway.
of that creature in Galaxy Quest that ends
Oh
up
yeah,
inside out of the botched
yeah.
transport.
Anatomic inversion. Yeah. All right,
We
add it
looked
to
up
our
all
bill.
that,
Just add it to our bill.
So Sam wasn't quick to jump in with I can fix that like she does in Mobius.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, he's
So do you
definitely
think it's,
untied. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you think it's kind of odd that Tilk like
Just don't even
thinking that
question
only
it.
seconds has passed
Doesn't
doesn't
even
like
question it.
doesn't ask them why they're wearing different
It's
clothes?
just like a typical day in the office, you know?
Yes.
It's like, you nearly died. No. Didn't. Yeah, look, we thought you lost you again. Nah,
Aw.
never.
It's like I'm feeling normal, feeling fine.
Yeah, what has transpired? You ask now.
Never.
Never. That should also be in the trivia, and Evie and I should be on the same
So-
team because we'll know that one.
So someone on Reddit said that they thought McKay was as unpleasant as Kinsey, but without any charm. And
How
someone
dare they?
else drew parallels between McKay's character development and Mayborn's. They said that fans initially wanted McKay to suck on a lemon after
Right.
his debut, but later found themselves emotionally moved by his performance in The Shrine. And I
Yep. It
totally
took until
agree, 'cause
then?
I hated
Wow.
him. I hated him in these episodes, but loved him in the
I
end.
loved him. Yeah.
I
Season 6 when I loved him.
when Hewlett came back for Redemption, I was really excited because it gave Sam someone to really
Bounce
Play
off.
with.
bounce off of. Yeah.
Mm.
She's so nice to everyone that she doesn't really get to beef with anybody.
Right, you know, you can't have her be like against Frasier. They have to be friends. They don't want
Yep.
them to be enemies. They could
We
be, but it
don't
wouldn't
need
have
like
been
a
as
girly
good.
power struggle.
Right, you know, and frankly, I would have if there was a female McKay. I thought it would have been awesome. So yeah, it's David does a great job. So that was
Love
48
it.
hours, everyone.